couple of years ago, I thought to myself, I wonder where we got the name Bashakill. It's just an odd name, you know. Now, I know that kill is a Dutch word for stream, so I knew that already. But I really didn't know what Basha was, you know. So I fell down this whole well of information, and I went on a more or less an emotional roller coaster. The Bashakill is a wildlife management area. Back in the 70s, some people got together and approached the DEC and wanted to create this into a park or wildlife refuge. It's a stunningly beautiful area. 3,100 acres is the wildlife management area, and about 1,900 acres is wet. So it's one of the largest freshwater basins in southern New York. So every year, all different kinds of birds migrate through this particular area and stop and forage. It's kind of a really neat area. Basha, Indian princess, or Indian sachem, or Indian medicine woman. There's several different iterations of this Basha. There's also many different spellings. As far as I can tell so far, she was an Indian sachem, or medicine woman, who lived in the early to mid 1700s. At the time, the Indians and the Lenape Indians and the white settlers at times were getting along and at times were fighting, and there was war parties, and her tribe lost a huge portion of their population to different diseases, tuberculosis, smallpox, even the flu. There were so many different diseases that the settlers brought over from Europe that kind of decimated their population. I think my most favorite story that comes from all this research is the story that Basha helped anybody who came along, the white settlers and the indigenous people, anybody who was in need, she helped. I just think that's a beautiful story, especially that in her lifetime, she had such a hard time of it. Imagine you're raised into becoming the medicine person for your tribe. You're raised into it. You start out as a child. Once they see that you have certain abilities, certain natural talents, they're going to promote this. So she's been going her whole life to become a medicine woman. Now, the medicine person was responsible for two different things. They were responsible for the health of the tribe, but also they were responsible for the spiritual aspect of the community. So not only was she up against smallpox and tuberculosis, the flu, all of these diseases were by settlers, but also the tribe became disheartened with their own gods because they were just being defeated so terribly, not just on the battlefield, but just through attrition by the diseases. So she had an extremely hard life. If that is the story, if that's what actually happened, that Basha was a medicine woman, if that is the story, then what a tragic story it is that she lost 80% of her tribe due to disease, and then lost her tribe spiritually. Many of the Lenape turned to Christianity, feeling that maybe the settlers' God was stronger than their gods. Then for her to turn around and administer medicine to anybody that came along, uh, settlers and indigenous people alike. That is an amazing story. If it's true, I would like to believe that it is.